Thank you.
Is also in Johannesburg from Tuesday. So guy the funding brackets 20 is also in Joburg from Tuesday. He is the one I said has a 3 billion contract with SAPS. Who are you referring to there?
Oh, this other guy, and there's no one who has 3 billion. It was a mistake. It's not 3 billion contract with SAPS.
But who are you referring to, and what is the value of their contract?
The contract was about 30 million contract with SAPS.
30 million, not 3 billion.
No, not 3 billion.
But who is the guy?
Yeah. And that guy, I thought we could also use him for the same program. That's charity organization. I was going to combine them and have one program.
Sorry, but who is he?
Oh, Josias. His name was Josias.
Sorry, can you?
Josias.
Yeah. Josias, is that his first name, his surname?
I can't remember his name. We were just interacting, and he said he had a contract with SAPS for 30 million, and the same applies to him. We ended up not meeting with that.
I'm giving you all the leeway to explain yourself with regard to the lie that you admittedly told. But please don't veer off to a whole lot of other issues.
Thank you, Commissioner. Then it means, Commissioners, we need to start at this particular point. Does the Commission believe and acknowledge that I'm an agent? If the Commission
we cannot answer that. We are still to evaluate the evidence at some point. So we cannot say, yes, we believe you, Mr. Mogotsi. We cannot do that, not now.
The answer, Commissioner, to the question because the Commission has not yet arrived at the conclusion if I'm an agent. Commissioners, yes, I lied in executing my duties. My conscience, when signing this affidavit, I took an oath in front of that particular police officer, that commissioner of oath, knowing that it's a lie in executing my duties. That's correct, Commissioner.
I want to suggest to you, Mr. Mogotsi, and hopefully, and depending on the answer that you give, this is the last point I'm making at this stage. I want to suggest to you that an oath is meaningless to you, and I have no reason to believe that the one you took before us here means anything to you. Do you want to comment on that?
No comment, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Mogotsi.
Mr. Mogotsi, maybe just to...
I never went outside Umkhonto.
Wait for my question. Were you ever an Umkhonto Wesizwe operative?
Yes, in the SDU, that's correct. Umkhonto Wesizwe had SDU, Self-Defense Unit.
Yes. Do you know that Umkhonto Wesizwe was disbanded in 1993?
Yes, I'm aware.
Yes. So, as a 13-year-old, you would have been an Umkhonto Wesizwe operative in the SDU in 1993, as a 13-year-old?
No, I was not 13 years old. I know you, Commissioner, you are bringing it on the basis of my birthday era. I was not actually born in 1979. I was born in 1977.
So that's another lie in your affidavit when you said you were born in August 1979. That's another lie.
No, Commissioner, it's not a lie. Commissioner, my ID number, my date of birth in the Home Affairs, even my mother knows. I was born in 1977. It is just an error of 1979 from the Home Affairs. And from the Home Affairs Commissioner, we have tried in so many ways to rectify that. But the moment, you cannot say, I was born in 1979, and then when someone wants your ID number, then you put 1977.
Mr. Mogotsi, it's your affidavit which you signed, and you say in that affidavit, I was born in August 1979.
That's correct, Commissioner. It is
So
me.
that is incorrect. You were not born in August 1979.
And I was born, it's not that it's incorrect. I'm saying due to the ID number, my ID number, is incorrect from the Home Affairs. From the Home Affairs. And I grew up like that. And actually, I was born in September 1977, 22 September, not August. But the error that came from the Home Affairs, there was no way I could reverse and change it.
Thank you, Chair. I also want to put to you that your allegations of Mr. Matlala paying bribes to General Masemola and General Mkhwanazi are also another misdirection tactic. And let me say why. We've been through Mr. Matlala's cell phone, and he is hardly discreet about his improper relationships with senior SAPS members in his WhatsApp communications. Can I give you an example? Please. You want to go to page 107 of the annexure. We'll come back to this exchange a little bit later, but I'm sure you remember it. It's relating to the witness who said he was being pressurized to change his story, to falsely implicate General Khan. You remember that?
That's correct.
So Mr. Matlala says to you, in relation to this witness, arrange with Khan to give him cash if the information he has is worth it. So Mr. Matlala is indicating to you that General Khan, in his view, would be willing to pay a witness to give evidence that suits General Khan.
Yes, I see the message.
You accept that what he's saying to you is that General Khan will pay a witness to give evidence that suits him.
This is what Kat said, Commissioners, not what General Khan said or myself.
I'm saying that Kat is not discreet about his communications in relation to senior police officers.
We can say that.
We've seen plenty of evidence in the chats of Mr. Matlala paying SAPS members to assist him.
That's correct.
We've seen plenty of evidence of Mr. Matlala communicating directly with SAPS generals and brigadiers in improper circumstances.
That's correct.
Now, if Mr. Matlala was paying massive bribes to General Masemola or General Mkhwanazi, I'd expect to see some sign of this relationship with these generals in his chats. I see signs of relationships with a whole lot of other generals in his chats.
Okay, Commissioners, there is something that is missing here that needs to be understood. There is a machine called Cellbrite. This Cellbrite machine is owned by different and private companies. It is the only machine like this, these messages and all these things that are presented before the Commission. This machine is the only machine that is able to selectively download. That is why I believe that at the later stage, perhaps this process, one will say a Section 205 should have been obtained. I
stand by my submission that you're lying in relation to what happened then. You lied under oath then. But I want to put a broader proposition to you, which is your role as an agent essentially makes you a professional liar. You lie as your job. What's your answer to that?
That's not correct, Your Worship. That's not correct, commissioners. Even when I spoke about the legend building and so forth, there's rules. You cannot just stand up and lie. This was a pure community project, and I did not lie. That's why they say they came aware of the timber. There was no way the lawyer could say in the affidavit, we had a whistleblower, and therefore the appointment date came late. That's how the lawyer would put his thing to court. So I will not just lie and I did not lie under oath. It was based on the circumstances that the appointment letter was not present, was not available at the time.
Are you suggesting that you didn't lie to Mr. Matlala?
That was now is a different case.
But I go back to what I put to you earlier, that your job as an agent requires you to lie for a profession, as a profession.
I may not have a comprehension about lying as a profession. As an agent, you cannot. There are rules. You cannot just lie if you are not in any mission.
And is it a rule of being an agent that you can't lie under oath?
And any matter that is conducted under oath, no one is allowed to lie.
12 minutes, taking so much money. I can attest, I assure you now, the period in question, Sibia was not a policeman. But because there's a misdirection, there is something that is concocted just to say this one is doing that. Now, I hope we're going to go into the messages, Commissioner. You will see messages that I sent to Kat, messages that I wanted to publish secretly, came out this Sunday from I don't know whether the Sunday World got it, but it speaks of the Inspector General, that's the report. It's there in those messages. They're not talking about it. It is there in my messages that the Mercedes-Benz belonging to the crime intelligence was used, and the AK-47 was taken from the SAP-69 for the death of Magat. They don't talk those things. They want 149,000. They want Mutuni with it's just to mislead everyone. They even did that in the absence of the president. We thought Masemola will say, you are not supposed to call a press conference like that. He did not even respect the protocol. No, he's endorsing that. When these generals are arrested, he refused to suspend them. What did he do? He took the same provincial commissioner who was in Western Cape who refused to open those cases. He's now working in the office of General Masemola, Patekile. In 6 days, he met those generals which were arrested, he cleared them and said, internally they are not wrong, they must come back to work. I speak to you now, Lushaba is back to work. I believe General Kumar, the lieutenant, is going back to work this week. It's because of this police mafia. There is something that is colored to mislead everyone. Big Five, the cartel. Gaten McKinsey, the minister said there is a mafia, Chinese mafia, Russian mafia, spoke so many things. But in this report of the Big Five, there is not even one Chinese, not Russian, nothing. They just orchestrate things to mislead the public.
Commissioners, it was 6 pages. The Boko Haram, it talks to a man who was known as John Wick. This John Wick appears on the presentation of the intelligence presentation which was presented to Minister Begicele. It has a picture of John Wick, his ID number, it has his previous convictions, pending cases and everything, all the matters that were withdrawn against him. It was in 2018 October, Commissioner. Commissioner, John Wick is Vosemose Ket Matlala. Even the picture is showing that. Now, former Minister Bekele says now he only met him in December 2024. I was very much disturbed when my life was attempted, in forced slaughter. Before I could even give a statement, because people thought I'm a Superman, I'm trying to lie that I was moving like this inside, in the riddle of bullets, whereas by luck, I don't know what happened. It was only one shot because those people followed me for so long. I thought they could not find me. When they saw my car, they fired a shot. I managed to drive because they were driving on a speed 10 left on that particular street. Fortunately, they passed to go and make a U-turn. That's when I ran for my life. But before I could even give the statement, they were saying, hey, this may be a staged assassination, and that's what made me very worried. It was presented as if after that incident, I will say, I don't want to come here. I wanted to come here.
Thanks. I don't want you to misunderstand me.
That's correct.
Hearsay evidence is admissible in this commission. The only issue would be its probative value. That is what weight we attach to it. So it's still admissible. Yeah.
Thank you.
But my next question then is, what detail, if any, did your source give you on how the source knew that General Mkhwanazi and King Mrs. Zulu had been recruited by the CIA?
The Commissioner, may Commissioner rephrase the question? I don't.
What detail did your source give you on how they, that is your source, knew that General Mkhwanazi and King Mrs. Zulu had been recruited by the CIA? Did your source just say, do you know, General Mkhwanazi and King Mrs. Zulu were recruited by the CIA without more?
Yeah, it is without more. You'll just say, King Mrs. Zulu he's been staying somewhere in the US. You check, and then you see how General Mkhwanazi speaks. He always tells you he was trained by the American and what. That's where everything started, commissioners. And indeed, even in front of the here and in our talk, he spoke about being trained by the American.
I'll tell you that I actually hold a degree from the United States of America. Does that make me a CIA operative? I'm scared I asked that question because you just might say yes. But can you please respond?
Yeah, no, I cannot say that, commissioners. Investigation as it comes. Someone may say that, not to me, to another agent, to whoever, may say Commissioner Matlanga is a CIA. He may say that, not to me. Yes, that.
Thank you.
But just picking up on the chair's